Myself, Ajay Thakare. I am an assistant teacher at MNG Junior College, Malegaon Camp. Today we are going to study reproduction in lower and higher animals. So here our today's topic, asexual reproduction in animals and human reproduction. In this asexual reproduction, that type of process is occur in lower animals. Generally, asexual reproduction means that type of reproduction is occur without fusion of gametes. That type of reproduction is involve only one parents, and that asexual reproduction is consist of different methods. So the first one, that is a gemule formation, and that gemule formation process is occur in spongilla. This spongilla is present in aquatic habitat. It belongs to phylum Porifera, means it is an invertebrate, and in this spongilla there are asexual type of reproduction is occur. So generally in this gemule of spongilla, that type of cells are present, and that cell is called as dormant cell. That dormant or undifferentiated type of cells is called as archaeocyte cells. That cell is called as archaeocyte cell, and this archaeocyte cells is also called as totipotent cell. Totipotent cell means it is ability to cell division. It is also ability to develop entire organism, that is archaeocytes, and it also covered by two membranes, one that is the inner membrane, another that is the outer membrane, and that inner and outer membrane is secreted by amoebocyte cells, as well as it is also covered, that is a monoaxon type of spicules. And when unfavorable condition is occur, that dormant cells are stable. When favorable condition is occur, then that dormant cells develop through the end, that is a micropyle, and through this micropyle that cells are developed a new individual, that is a new spongilla. From that single cell, here the new organism is developed. There is no require another parent. It involves only one parent. It is involved only one type of the cells, that is the archaeocytes. That type of formation is called as gemule formation. An example, that is the spongilla. So this is the first method of asexual reproduction, that is the gemule formation. Second method, that is the budding of hydra. That type of budding process is also occur in lower animal. Hydra is also belongs to the phylum Coelenterata. Budding is occur in this hydra. Suppose here the structure of hydra. The hydra also in aquatic habitat. Here the tentacles are present, here cylindrical body structure. Then that parents develop this growth or bud toward the basal end of this hydra, and when this growth or bud is developed toward the basal end, then this bud develop into mouth and tentacle, and later on this fully matured outgrowth later on detached from original hydra, then that is concerned here parent, that is offspring. New organism is developed without fusion of gametes. So that process is called as budding of hydra. This is the second method, where hydra, then growth of bud, then bud develop into mouth and tentacle, then fully growth. Then this fully growth bud or fully matured hydra is detached from parent and new hydra formation is occurred, that process is called as budding of hydra. Then the third process is also involved in this process of asexual reproduction, that is the regeneration. And the best example of this regeneration means the lost part of the body is again regenerated and developed to that body part that is concerned here, the regeneration. Suppose here Digestia or Planaria. This Planaria belongs to phylum Platyhelminthes. In this phylum Platyhelminthes, that type of regeneration process is mostly occur. Suppose here the parent organism, by the process of fragmentation, suppose your head, then middle part, distal part is separated. Later on, this head part is developed, the new organism. This middle part again develop, this whole organism, and distal part again develop, whole organism. So that process is called as regeneration. So in this lower animal, that type of regeneration process is also occur, and that regeneration is occur in Digestia or Planaria. This lost part of the body is developed. This lost part of the body is developed in this way. This lost part of the body is developed in this way. Means here this head is detached. This head is developed. This entire body means distal part as well as middle piece. This middle piece developed, head part as well as distal part. And this tail piece is developed, head part as well as middle part. So that process is called as regeneration. And this regeneration process is occur in Planaria. So that type of method of reproduction is called as asexual method, and this asexual method of reproduction involved by these three processes. Number one, that is the first process, the milk formation. Second process, that is the budding, and third process, that is the regeneration. So in this way, that is concerned here the asexual reproduction in animal. That is the sexual reproduction in animal. So sexual reproduction in animal consists of two main phases generally. One that is a juvenile phase, another that is a reproductive maturity phase. This juvenile phase starts from the birth, and after this birth, physical growth stage is start up to maturity. That stage is called as juvenile phase. And then reproductive maturity phases occur, and this reproductive maturity phases is also different in different animals. But here the two phases is occur in this sexual reproduction in animal, and during this sexual reproduction it involves two parents. In rare cases, in uniparent, here the sexual reproduction is also occur. So in case of human, in next one, that is the some event of human reproduction is occur. Our point of view, that is a human reproduction. In human, sexual reproduction takes place. In human, internal fertilization is occur. In human, male reproductive system and female reproductive system is completely separated. So some event is occur during this human reproduction. So the first event, that is a gametogenesis. Second one, fertilization. Third one, embryology. Fourth one, gestation. Fifth one, parturition. So during this gametogenesis means development of male gamete and development of female gamete. That type of process is called as gametogenesis. In male, testes develop sperm and testosterone hormone. In female, ovary develop ova and hormones. After gametogenesis, fertilization process is occur. During the fertilization, then it is a process in which haploid male gamete fuses with haploid female gamete, then diploid zygote formation is occur. So that is concerned here the fertilization. After fertilization, embryology starts. Embryology means a developing stage of an embryo is called as embryology. And during this embryology, it starts from zygote and ends into different gestation period and ends into the parturition. Gestation period means during embryology how the fetus development is occurred. Means that zygote to birth, so that total period are concerned also the gestation. And after gestation, the birth of baby is occurred. That process is called as parturition. And after this parturition, then here the lactation. So that type of events is occurred during the human reproduction. Then next one, that is the male reproductive system of human. So in this male reproductive system, so that type of parts are present. In this male reproductive system consists of external genitalia, internal genitalia and accessory sex gland. External genital organ, that is the scrotum, this is the testis, and this testis is covered by a muscular bag-like or pouch-like structure. That bag or pouch-like structure is called as scrotum. Then this scrotum is again divided into two halls, one that is the right, another that is the left due to this vertical septum, and it is divided into right testis and left testis. Inside this testis is present. And this testis and this scrotum is attached to each other with the help of special type of tissue. That tissue is called as gubernaculum type of connective tissue. Along with testis, epididymis is also present, and inside this scrotal sac, these testes are present. So the main function of this scrotum, that is the protection of testis. Another function, due to this scrotal sac, this temperature is lower as compared to body temperature. 2 to 3 degrees centigrade temperature is less as compared to body temperature, so it acts as thermoregulator. This scrotum is also plays important role. It acts as thermoregulator as well as protection. So this is the part of external genitalia, that is the scrotum. Second part, that is the penis. Penis is also the external genital organ of this male reproductive system. This penis is present below the pubic symphysis. That parts are developed. That part is called as penis, and this penis consists of two main parts. One that is the root, another that is the body. This root is attached to this pubic part of this body, and this root is attached to this pubic part and another part that is the body, and this body consists of 3 erectile tissue. Outer covering layer of this penis is made up of 2 erectile tissue, and that 2 erectile tissue is called as corpora cavernosa. And inner single, this muscular part is present. That single part is called as corpora spongiosum, and through this spongiosum this urinogenital duct is passes. Means it carries sperm. This urethra is carries sperm as well as urine. At the time of urination it carries urine. At the time of semination it carries semen. So in this way that part is called as external genital organ, and generally these 3 erectile tissue, outer covering corpora cavernosa, inner that is the corpora spongiosum. This spongiosum later on again enlarged toward the tip of the penis, and that enlarged part is called as glans penis. This glans penis is highly sensitive part of penis, and this glans penis is again covered by a double fold skin-like structure. That double fold of the skin is called as prepuce. So in this one, that is concerned here, this penis and scrotum. That is the external genital organ. Then internal genital organ consists of male reproductive organ, that is the testes, and then duct system. It runs in this fashion. that is the duct system. So the first one, that is the testis. This testis is a small, oval, paired structure, pinkish in its color, 5 centimeter in its length, 3 centimeter in its width, and 2.5 to 3 centimeter in its thickness. These testis and scrotal sac attach with the help of that gubernaculum type of connective tissue. And the main function of testis, that is the production of sperm, as well as production of testosterone hormone. So that type of part are studied at the time of histological structure of testis. Then after testis, then these sperms are developed, and then this sperm is passes toward the next part in this testis. That next part is called as rete-testis. This rete-testis passes toward the epididymis. That part is called as epididymis. This epididymis is also paired 6 meter in its length, and this epididymis consists of 3 parts: head, body, and tail. This head part is called as caput epididymis, corpus epididymis, caudal epididymis. This head part receives the sperm from vasa efferentia, because the testis produce sperm. The sperm is passes toward the rete-testis. From that rete-testis it passes toward the vasa efferentia. From that vasa efferentia it passes toward the head, then body, and then tail. Head receives the sperm, body stores the sperm, and through this tail again the sperm passes toward the next duct system, that is the vas deferens. A pair of vas deferens is present, and this pair of vas deferens is 40 centimeter in its length, and it runs upward, then backward, then downward. So that is concerned here: upward, backward, then downward. That is a vas deferens, and this vas deferens carries sperm toward the seminal vesicle, that is the accessory sex gland, and then enter into ejaculatory duct. That part are concerned here, the ejaculatory duct, along with the seminal fluid also. The later on, the seminal vesicle studied later on, where this ejaculatory duct is 2 centimeter in its length, and it ejaculates semen toward this prostate gland. Prostatic fluid is also mixed here, and then it passes toward the urethra. This whole part is called as urethra. Below this prostate gland, prostatic urethra is present. Then membranous urethra is present in this region. And again, here P-size gland is also present. That bulbourethral gland, they are also seen later on. So where this prostate gland, prostatic urethra is present. Here membranous urethra is present. And where the corpora spongiosum is present, in that region, that is the penile urethra is present. Means this urethra is divided into 3 parts. Where the prostate gland is present, prostatic urethra is present. Where the bulbourethral or the Cowper's glands are present, there is a membranous urethra is present, and then this whole part is called as penile urethra. This urethra is a common duct. It is a common duct of excretory system as well as reproductive system. So it is also called as urinogenital system. Through this urethra, at the time of urination, it passes urine. At the time of semination, it passes semen, and this urethra is present inside this penis. Through this penis, this urethra is runs. So in this way, that is concerned here the duct system. Then accessory sex gland. This accessory sex gland is also consists here a pair of accessory sex gland, that is the seminal vesicle. Second, that is the single gland is present, that is the prostate gland. Another, that is the paired pea-sized gland is present, that is the bulbourethral gland or Cowper gland. So the first one as studied, that is the seminal vesicle. This seminal vesicle is white or cream colored gland. They are paired. They consist of 60% of the semen, and this seminal vesicle consists of seminal fluid, and that seminal fluid is present, that is means total amount of this generally in this seminal fluid it consists of fibrinogen, it consists of prostaglandin, it consists of fructose. That three parts are present in the seminal fluid, and that fructose activates the sperm. This prostaglandin plays important role for the process of fertilization, and fibrinogen coagulation of the semen means this fructose activates the sperm, fibrinogen coagulate the semen, and third one, that is the prostaglandin, plays important role for the process of fertilization. Then prostate gland. This prostate gland is single. This prostate gland is present at the base of urinary bladder. This is the urinary bladder. At the base of urinary bladder, prostate gland is present. And this prostate gland is consist of acid citrate, acid phosphatase. It is acidic in its nature, and due to this acidic nature, it neutralizes the acidity of vagina as well as female reproductive tract, or it also neutralizes the acidity of urethra. That is the function of this prostatic fluid. And next one, that is the bulbourethral gland. There pea-sized paired gland is present, and this pea-sized paired gland secretes mucus, and it lubricates the passage of vagina, it lubricates the passage of female reproductive tract. So in this way, that is concerned here, the accessory sex gland. One, that is the seminal vesicle, another, that is the prostate gland, and third one, that is the bulbourethral gland. So in this way, that is the male reproductive system. Later on, we are going to study, that is the histological structure of testis. So this topic is over here. Thank you.